All right, so
Can you guys hear me? Can you see me?
still no. Hit the little.
Then I just refresh mine just to make sure.
And
What? We broke him even more.
Well, I mean,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Charisma Explains It All, where we are playing D&D. We have a group of 5 here, finally, that are going to go ahead and be playing episode 3 of the Master's Vault. I am Nathan. You can call me Rufus Weatherby. Let's go ahead and go around the room and introduce ourselves. We have Brian playing.
hello, I am Admiral Tim.
Admiral Tim, good to see you. We have Maddie. Maddie is playing.
Araza.
Raza, very nice to see you. And of course, we have John playing.
Yes, Barnaby here. Sorry that I'm the reason that we were starting late, and Master Bort is still injured, but he is here.
Right, so for those who don't know, John dual roles as Bort and Barnaby, the maybe lovers, we're not entirely sure. Definitely some wet sponge baths at some point. But we are going to be introducing
Don't take
now
it there.
our GM, Christopher. Christopher, take it away, please.
Oh, welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. For episode 3. So real quick to my players, I wanted to recap you guys on a couple of rule things that I looked up, seeing as I was a little hazy last time, and also remind you some other stuff. I know that we have not played a ton of 5e, and some of us haven't really played it all. So as much as I know you guys are in that player's handbook, you know, really learning it every moment you get.
Everything, absolutely everything. It's amazing.
When I'm not doing anything at work, I'm in your office, and that's all we're doing.
I literally
Yeah,
haven't
that's
thought about it since our last session ended.
That is hurtful.
So,
So
couple
mean.
things. Couple of things. One is heavily obscured was a definition of a spell. We didn't know what it was. That basically means anybody in there is blind and you can't see into it. So there's a whole different sort of things that happen for blind, but basically it's literally you can't see anything. So that was one thing. The other thing I wanted to remind you guys, there's a lot of actions you can do in combat that are not combat related, and it's really up to you to kind of think of how to use those. So don't be afraid to be inventive with your skills, your abilities. Also, there are a number of things like helping another character, which is in turn not taking an attack, but distracting the enemy that you are both standing next to so that your teammate can have advantage on that attack. There's also dashing, disengaging, so you can get away without getting attacked. So there are some movement mechanics and stuff that you can do. And also when climbing and crawling, you don't always need to do strength checks, but in the situation that we're in now, you do.
Yeah.
So recap. With that being said, recap.
I feel like you're just like, you can do better.
No.
Yes. No, that's what he definitely means.
I think you guys are doing great, especially since this is designed to be a starter campaign,
Don't be
right?
a
Yeah,
douche.
we're
All
doing the
kind of
best.
learning.
Don't
Doing a
be
good job on the
douche.
ground.
He's being a douche.
I'm not being douche.
Being douche.
And
A little douchey.
I just want you guys to remember, you guys are playing these characters that have special abilities, and you've gone through a year of training under one of the best teachers in the world.
Allegedly.
So, allegedly. So,
I mean, she's
there are a
dead.
lot of
She
hero-
can't be that good, right? I'm just spoiler alert.
yeah,
Uh,
after 800 years, she finally died.
Yeah.
You're
What has
right.
she ever done for me though? 800 years, please.
I mean, but have
I'll-
you even seen my cartwheels?
A lot of
Like-
things for you, Rufus. A lot of things.
Oh,
Yeah, your
boy.
cartwheels have been pretty good. They've been on point.
Yeah, especially with
Yeah,
curtains in the
insane.
way.
I know.
so
And
great.
It's
bones
just
and cages. Sorry.
I'm not trying to be a douche, but I am trying to
Douche.
give you guys a reminder every time that.
That you are a
Uh,
douche? Perfect. You're doing a great
All
job.
right,
Rick.
I
Thanks,
it's
Rufus.
okay coming
Let me
from me, but
yeah.
I'll
Let's
postpone it
finish
down a
the.
little
Let me
bit.
finish the thought so that we can continue playing the games. Thank you.
Nope.
So, I like to remind people when you restart a session that this is a fantasy world where we can make pretend, and sometimes we forget that and we get bogged down by the rules and mechanics. So, try to just have an open mind when playing, which you guys really actually do most of the time without even thinking. All right, so recap. You guys last episode went and fought a giant spider, which Admiral Tim
Terrifying.
Loved it.
hated.
I have its fang
Um,
though.
You do have a spider fang. You also found 3 of the tiles that you've been looking for, that the master has basically asked you to discover in order to get to her vault. You have now reached your second location here on your quest, looking for 3 more tablets. Excuse me. You guys are at the Staircase Cliffs, and as a reminder, you guys started to scale a series of plateaus that are stacked one on top of another, and they rise into the sky, and that gives this gives the name Staircase Cliffs. This is where it comes from. It is about, the wall in front of you is about 75 feet high. There's all these small holes that are, large enough for a rat to go in or you to put your hand in. You've been using those to climb. Well, as you got to a certain height on the cliff, somebody's hand disturbed an animal, and that animal was a flying snake, and so it came out and started attacking people all at the same time, or actually right before then. Bort, the 12-year-old wizard boy, botched on his climb and fell, and was immediately knocked unconscious. Luckily, Barnaby was there, which now Barnaby's on the screen. I have an icon for him now, and I will give you control of him, Bort, to move around as needed. But he's not considered a fighting character. But he did run up and give Bort a health potion. Did you take that healing? Do you know?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think I did.
Okay. Okay. And so we know that Barnaby's packing some items.
Where?
And he's got robes on, and
thank God.
and so he has that. So you're prone, Bort, and I will let you guys know prone works a little bit different in 5e than other ones. You can get up from there with your move and also move half your speed. And usually when you're climbing or crawling or swimming, you move at half speed, basically.
You're half speed.
So your guys' current goal is you're trying to get up to the yurt at the top of this series of plateaus. But first you got to do something about the remaining flying snakes, and hopefully, Bort, you're okay.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
So the absolute thing we left us last at, we did go through 2 rounds of fighting against these snakes, and we finished at the top of the round. So just to give you that as a heads up.
Yeah. The other thing I do want to remind Bort is you do have a special ability called Arcane Recovery, which is once per day during a short rest, which was considered your walk from the spider's cave to the cliffs to regain 1 spell slot.
Okay.
One of your 3 level 1 spell slots. So if you want to do that during that, you can, or you can wait. We didn't talk about it, so I'll allow you to do it whenever.
Okay.
And we'll leave it at that. I have some other stuff, but I don't want to be like, here's a bunch of more information about things. Well, I'll tell you as we go, so we can kind of get back into it. So top of the round, Rufus, you are surrounded by these flying snakes that don't seem to bite very hard, but their bite has a sting. You also
They sure do.
feel the wind. You also feel the wind as it whips around you on your cliffs, and you are holding on with basically one hand as you're trying to defend yourself from these snakes, who have missed you a lot.
That's true. All right, so I'm gonna start actually by moving up 1 to that. That's the ledge, right? Right there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I can have 2, my hands open. I'm on a shelf.
Sure.
All right.
And you haven't left any of the snakes,
Right.
area,
All
so
right.
there's
Yep.
no opportunity attacks.
All right. So, being a barbarian, not having any way to really do anything else, like I should probably just heal and do a second wind.
Okay.
I think that's all I can do. So I need to roll my hit die.
Hit die.
Where are you, hit die? There we go. And roll. Oh, damn, nice. So I almost maxed. I got 14 hit points back.
Nice.
So I am actually at max hit points, which I needed. So
for those who don't know, you're a barbarian.
Correct.
So you have an ability called Second Wind. It's specific to your class, and it lets you during combat use hit die, which normally you can only do during a short rest. Correct?
No, I thought second one was for any character, regardless.
Nope.
No? Then I shouldn't be able to second wind at all. Because I think that's just a fighter skill.
I'm sorry, I was looking for it on my character sheet because I was like, I need to too, and I'm used to 4E. I don't have second wind.
Yeah, it must be just a fighter thing. I might be thinking of the other campaign by mistake. So, okay, I can't second wind then. My apologies.
Fighter.
My apologies. All right, I'm going to attack this.
It's in the game, so I just assumed that you...
Yeah, my apologies. I was totally thinking of my fighter by mistake. Sorry, I'm just going to attack the one to my direct left. Because...
Okay.
I crit. So...
Nice.
Cool. So
9 damage.
You see this crit. Just so you know, when you crit in 5e, you do get an extra weapon attack damage. So that's what that +5 is next to it. Is your crit damage. So 9 damage. Which one did you hit?
The one directly to my left. Or yeah, that one. Okay. The one I just pinged.
Yep. That one is dead. It falls as you slice it in half.
All right. Yeah. So that's gonna be my turn. Move and kill job, and let's hope they don't kill me, guys. Oh well. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We're all more worried about Bort, anyways.
All right. So these two will make attacks on you. They bite. Both of them try and take bites at you. First one is going to be a 9 versus AC.
9 misses.
And the second one is going to be a 12 versus AC.
That'll also miss.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Hurrah!
They are hard. You are hard to hit,
Well, I am
Mr. Weatherby.
2'5", so yeah.
Makes sense.
I mean,
All right, Bort, it's your turn. You have woken. You just fell and you woke up, and Barnaby is hovering over you. There's a potion at your lips.
What happened? Where am I? Sir. As you can see, you've fallen quite a way, and it's not looking too good. As you can see, your friends are up there, fighting for their lives. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what I can do then. Well, I think one of my spells can, let's see, the range is 120 feet. And so doing some quick maths in my head.
all the math.
3, 4, 5, 6.
You're good. You can hit the top of the map.
Okay.
The top of the map is 75 feet, so
Yeah,
I
you're
think you got it.
Okay. I'm gonna aim for that flying snake right there,
Okay.
and use firebolt.
Your cantrip.
Yeah. Here we go. 8. Still a
8 is a
little
miss.
woozy. Maybe next time.
Shoots. It just shoots. Goes like the full 120, like straight into the air.
Ooh, pretty.
Close hits. Next time you'll get it.
There's a goose that just catches on fire and just flies away.
All right. Araza, you are up. Unless Bort, you can do any more besides, or you stand up or move. Sorry, I should have.
I'll slowly get to my feet and just kind of brush myself off.
Okay, I'm gonna remove some of these icons off you, so it doesn't look so scary. All right, Araza.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out the range on my short bow.
I think with disadvantage is 20. No, not 20. 50 feet. I think. I could be
Okay,
wrong.
so I could hit this
Usually
snake over here
60
by
and
Rufus.
it's a short bow.
Short bow, though. It's 20 feet without disadvantage and 60 feet with disadvantage. Did I say 50 before?
Oh, okay.
I meant 60.
I should be able to hit this flying snake over here. I can't figure out how to ping.
I mean, you can move, right?
Hold
Yeah.
and click.
You can just walk across
Click
the
and-
ledge.
Hold and click. Click.
Wait,
and
is
hold.
this one you?
There. I'm right here.
Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can drop down and walk across if you wanted to, just in case you don't.
I
want
mean,
to
I'm on the ledge, so I could just go like doot doot doot
Yeah, just walk straight across if you wanted
there.
Yeah.
And short bowed up on this guy. And I announce, I'm rather hurt, but I'll help you, Rufus.
to. Okay. Oh no, you won't, because that almost hit
I
me.
don't understand.
How did you almost hit me there?
I need real dice.
Uh,
I
have another
call
bot.
shenanigans.
Womp womp.
I'm sorry if you
So,
can hear the coughing.
yeah, you took a moment to try and make the shot, and right when you're like, all right, there's gonna be no more wind. Oh, wind just picks up, and you just shoot right into it. The arrow goes way past you, behind you, and it's gone.
Goodness.
It's every time I talk crap, and guess what? I'm gonna talk crap every time. So
Mm-hmm.
sorry.
No one
Try again
situation
next
for
time.
anybody. All right, great.
Okay, so short bow is range 80. If you're doing it two-handed, obviously. Well, it is two-handed. So its range is 80 for regular and up to 320
Oh, so I didn't need to move.
at disadvantage. So, no, you did not.
Okay.
I was like, the bows are really long. It's like light hammers and hand axes, things that you're throwing that you really lose yardage on.
Ooh, I want
That-
one of those.
Actually, you know what? Look, if you look under right above Sharpo where she rolled, it says it 8320, just like John's.
Oh.
Oh, it does.
Nice.
Look at that.
Wow, really using the technology given to us, guys.
Well,
All right,
you're going by what I said, what I thought. I
Good job,
remembered.
Roll20.
Admiral Tim, you are up.
All right. So I'm up on this little first ledge, right?
Yes, yeah, for
Okay.
all intents and purposes.
So I'm also going to take a few steps over this way, but I don't have a bow or anything. So I'm going to shoot my sling at this first snake to try and get his attention to pull him over to me.
Okay.
Okay, so if I click the sling, there it is. Clicking the wrong thing, and I probably hit Bort.
So Bort, there's a lot of action going on up top, and every
Yeah.
now and then
I'm
there's
just like
you
dodging.
there's
stuff
this
that's
rock kind of
falling.
falling. Yeah. You almost feel like there should be a sign here that says like
Falling
caution,
rocks.
falling rocks.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
But the snakes hiss and continue their flight around Rufus, which is now your turn. Top of the round.
All right, I'm gonna be hitting this one here, taking a swing at that one, because if I don't kill them, they're gonna kill me. Oh, wrong button. Shit, ignore that last roll. That's a 21 to hit. 7 damage.
That is a hit. Let's see here. 7 damage. Another flying snake falls. And as you cut this one, it falls down, and Bort, a dead snake with wings, lands right next to you.
Sorry
What
about
the
that one. Sorry. I forgot they can't fly when they're dead.
All right, and this last one's going to take a bite at you, Rufus,
Yeah. Bring it.
with our massively strong, powerful attacks that we've had. Okay, so on advantage, I've crit like 4 times, but this is a 9 versus AC.
That's a miss. So,
Okay.
hey, if you want to roll advantage, because, I mean, oh no, I wasn't flanked anymore. I moved out of that. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was
So,
smart
it
enough
is
to
now-
move. Thank goodness.
Bort, your turn.
Bort.
Okay.
Bort, for the love of God, help me.
I'm like, your aim is pathetic. And I roll up my sleeves,
Oh boy.
and then I take my wand, point it up, and I kind of look away because I'm nervous about using it. And I shoot another firebolt at that same flying snake that is still alive. And
Love the confidence.
another 8.
Oh my God. I'm so. How am I not dead?
Another wild shot. This time though, you do hit the rock near the snake.
Okay.
Wait, Dwayne Johnson is here? Holy shit. We should be fighting these guys no problem.
Nice.
Yeah, and you can definitely smell the burning that's happening there. So.
Perhaps you should look next time. Master Bolt.
All right.
Solid advice.
Don't
Listen
tell
to
me
the,
how to magic.
listen to the stuffed shirt down there.
Me how to magic. Araza, you are up.
All right, that one's still alive.
Very much so.
I mean,
So I'm going to
It's super
quietly draw my short bow,
It's very evasive.
stare at it intently, narrow
Just so
my
you guys know.
focus.
This is taking damage. All right.
yeah, I hit it earlier. I hit this one. I think it was me.
Yeah.
That hit this
All
one.
right, I think he's dead.
Finally.
Yeah, super dead. She shot at Entwine.
Entwine.
Did you see that?
Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, you guys have defeated all of the flying snakes. It doesn't appear anymore.
Thank
But you
goodness.
still have to get to the top of this cliff.
I yelled down to Bort, just making sure he's okay. Even I saw some fire coming up, and I wasn't sure if it was him or not. 'Cause I couldn't quite see over the.
Yeah, I have this cantrip called Whisper, which allows, or no, it's called Message, which allows me to point my finger to someone and whisper a message, and only the target can hear it.
Ooh.
And so
Right.
I can see that Admiral Tim is kind of looking down, and so I point my finger up to him, and I say, "I'm okay. Thank you, buddy, for checking on me."
Why are you whispering?
Because it's a whisper.
But yeah, I'm sure you could just talk normally and it would just come as a whisper. All right, you know what? Whatever.
No, we gotta play
He's-
it up. We gotta play it
Dude.
up.
Do you have a rope by chance?
Can I respond through whisper?
I don't
Let
think
me
you can through message, can you?
see.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't
no.
think
Here's the
so.
message and can reply.
Okay.
In a whisper. Yeah.
I mean,
there you
yeah, we
go.
have rope, so
I just was like, yeah, I mean, we got rope.
yeah. What do you need it for? So I kind of, walk over here. Everybody else is, and throw down the rope. Him and we can both climb up.
Yo, Tim, you got
yo.
any of those songs to make me feel better?
Yep.
Sebastian. I'm pretty hurt. I don't really feel like climbing up more if I at this.
Okay, I'm like yanking the rope, as in like, okay, you can pull me up now.
I whisper back, "You're climbing."
I'm gonna go back and steady the rope with those guys. Make sure he can get.
Okay.
up.
Okay, so do I have to roll to like climb up?
If they're not pulling you, you've got to roll.
I mean, we
To
can pull and
climb.
he can climb at the same time, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be at advantage no matter what,
Okay.
and the DC is much lower because of all that. So
Okay.
So are we pulling or are we holding?
both.
Both.
To both.
All right.
One of us is going to be holding, the other two are pulling, I guess.
I'll pull.
I'll pull I'll pull, but not my hardest.
You're the anchor. Just,
Okay.
awesome in the back.
It's a 12-year-old boy. You should be able to lift him with no problem.
Yeah, that's why I'm not like.
Well, I mean,
like,
he's not the
alright.
only one we're bringing up, right?
What? No, Barnaby's
No,
staying.
yeah.
Oh, he's just going to chill down there? Okay.
Yeah.
He's going
Like,
to
if
catch
he
you if
falls
you fall
down
again.
And you know what? Barnaby's gonna give you a boost too.
Yeah.
There
He's
you
gonna
go.
give you
You're
the
on
boost.
his shoulders right
Yeah.
now, and you're just standing, and we're pulling you up, kind of, and you're climbing.
Yeah, and he pulls out a trampoline, and he's just kind of like at the bottom, like kind of following me, trying to,
Yeah.
be there.
I'm
so
gonna
if,
I'm gonna
I
make
fall.
sure you had trampoline listed in your supplies.
It's
Barnaby
definitely
has
there.
lots
It's definitely there.
It's on
Okay.
Barnaby. Barnaby can have anything. He's actually setting up a crash pad right now too, just in case.
Yeah,
Does it say Mary Poppins guy?
exactly.
All right, so let's see an athletics from Bort with advantage. DC's
Yeah.
low.
How low?
Oh.
Oh, he crit.
Okay.
Oh, he crit.
Nice. That -1 athletics. With a
Yeah.
crit of a 19.
So he's got an extra spring in his step, and he bounds up, and Bort is with you guys shortly.
Thank goodness.
I have a -1 in athletics as well.
I have a 0. I don't have -1, luckily.
I am going to say Barnaby does, as he's climbing, gives you this boost and you're climbing up. He's like, I'm going to have to tell your parents about all this.
Size of a tangerine.
You'll tell them what I tell you to tell them.
This is getting really awkward.
he just kind of gives you this this look that you've seen him give you multiple times before, where it's almost like it's a very obedient look, but you're never really sure. He probably thanks, Tim. You're never really sure if he's gonna listen to what you say, but
Yeah.
you've seen it before, for sure. All right, guys, we are halfway up the hill.
Come
It looks
on.
like there's some more holes
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
and some more cliffs. So how do we attack phase 2? I mean, ascend phase 2.
I mean, let me just. I'm gonna try and get to that step. So that next one, that should be within my range.
This one?
Yeah, that one right there. Oops. All right, so I just get to do an athletics check to climb, right?
Sure.
Oh boy, I did not get up there at all.
So,
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, should we tie ropes around ourselves? So if one of us falls,
I
we all
already
die?
have a rope tied to me.
Yeah, we're all. on
You're
that
not tied
shelf.
to anything else, though.
I know, I'm just holding the other end, like, hey, who wants this? Hey?
All right, I'll tie myself up with Bort. That sounds terrifying and horrible at the same time. Doing it anyway.
Do it, bro.
Doing it anyway. Tag teaming this rock climbing.
Okay. So, Rufus may be a little tired from his fight against the 3 snakes, where he had not as much help as he was hoping.
Almost none.
It doesn't really scale the wall. So we'll just I'll move 1. Go ahead and move 1,
Why do I have to move?
and you're
more?
just sitting there just because it's funny.
Your
'cause you're
hands
like,
are up
you're
there
this
against
tiny
the
person,
wall.
and you're like,
I don't find it funny.
"Am I there
though.
yet?"
We do.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Well, it's
Yeah,
not
it's for
about
us.
you guys.
It is now.
Not when it's my character.
So you're like, "I'm almost there," but you really haven't.
I'm halfway there.
5 feet tall. Nice job.
All right. So while you were doing that, Admiral tied himself to Bort, and what's the plan, Admiral?
I turned to Rufus. I was like, "You want to join our tandem?"
I think I'll go with a hard pass on that one.
Fair enough.
I mean, I'm sure you guys are gonna do great. Just great.
Thanks for the support.
No problem, buddy.
Okay, I run up and jump, like, onto Rufus and then try to, like, climb over him.
Wait, should I roll for support? Like, what's going on here?
No,
You're
I
not-
just start with you, and then I climb over you and climb
Yep.
up.
None of this
And he
sounds.
succeeds.
None of this
Yeah.
is approved by me.
No,
then-
it's not. But you're dead set on holding on to where you are. So Bort just kind of climbs over you, which doesn't take long. You're not very tall, right? So
No, not at all. But still.
And I'm pretty small, so.
I mean,
Yes,
since
so am
he
I.
didn't
Technically, you're
move,
bigger than me.
I'm also going to just step on his shoulders and go up.
Son of a bitch.
you guys all get advantage on this because there's like a step stool. That's
Come
actually. All right. So Araza.
All right. I just like
oh,
to say,
yeah.
Now,
safe for the officially stream over. Okay. I'm tired of this shit.
What?
So Rufus is being used as a step stool
Not
for
cool.
the tandem that is Tim and Bort as they scale the mountain tied to each other.
Yeah, we tandem
you're
tied.
Just you two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hard passed on the tandem tie with them.
Well, I mean, now that you're here, I'm going to yell down to you if you want to.
Yeah, that was my idea at the bottom. Don't you remember?
Oh, I do.
Bort fell. He probably doesn't.
It's almost as if it happened weeks ago.
Weird. Sure seems like a long time.
Yeah.
You were unconscious once.
Yeah, I'll tie.
All right.
All right, so you tie to the end, and it's your turn to do anything. You can wait and let Rufus go back into his order, or You guys can. It's however you guys want to do it.
Well, I'm not
You don't have
stepping
to-
on Rufus. I'm just tying.
Okay.
Oh well,
I don't
I
need to
mean-
step on Rufus. I'm really tall. That's ridiculous.
The
I used him
easiest
as
way
a
to get
step
up.
stool. You get advantage for it. Why not?
Well, he's it's not nice.
It doesn't seem to matter to anybody else.
He's there. He's not moving. He's
Yeah,
in the
I
What
mean-
do I
way.
have to do in athletics to start climbing? Is that what you're saying, Chris? Or do you want me to?
You can wait and let other people climb, whatever you want. I will
Well,
say this.
I guess I'll be at the bottom. That's fine. Although it
This
doesn't
may
make-
not have been. This may not have been the first time that Rufus has ever assisted with lifting people up or anything like that. He's not a
It
strange
is
character. but
against my will. I would just like to say for the record.
in this instant, it is.
We don't care.
But
Yeah,
you guys have trained for a year together, and so maybe this has happened before where you worked as a team to climb something,
Mm-mm.
and Rufus, you
I
were
don't.
the
I don't
base.
recall.
So Rufus is not tying, but are you going to climb on your own? Is that what's happening?
No, everyone's climbing on me. Have you not get the gist yet? Yes, I'm
Well,
climbing
they've
on my
already
Yeah, he's
done that. Okay, so I'll let you go ahead. So in case you fall, I can.
own. I'm only
catch
falling
you.
literally 5 feet if I do fall that
If
far.
you
I'm
fall
saying
hard
right
enough.
second.
Oh,
I don't
hope-
want to be at the bottom,
Look, I hope I do fall hard.
or I want to
enough.
be at the bottom.
So
You know what? This will
what?
show all you
All right.
guys for using me as a step stool. Good. Good.
But Rufus, you don't move.
Yeah, come on! I purposely jumped down then. I think I need a
Okay.
running start.
You have like a foot and a half. I mean,
Shut
that is
your
running
filthy
for
mouth.
you, to be fair,
Oh, you're
That's
making
a
me
lot.
angry, Tim.
you get about 5 or 6 steps in there.
Peraza, give him a
Like-
boost.
Do you want to boost, man?
No, I do not want to boost.
All right, so I tried.
Good, good. I pick up a rock. I'm just.
All right, I
I'm
see
just
him getting the
fidgeting with it.
rock.
I'm
I
just-
And
look up
I'm-
at. I'm looking up at Bort and Admiral Tim, and I am very exaggerate, like rolling my eyes.
All right,
Yeah,
I
what do you-
try to climb some more.
Are we going up left, or are we gonna go straight up? This little short hop, or are we gonna go up this straight up to this bad boy?
Short hop.
Let's do the hop.
Short hop.
Yeah. Do I make it?
Look out for the
You do.
holes. Maybe
Yep,
use
you
your
do.
skills to percept.
All right, so Tim, like, as you're climbing, you kind of lose your grip, but luckily because you're tied to Bort and he's on a ledge, you're able to scamper up there. Just
Yeah, I'll definitely anchor you in place
Yeah.
if you fall.
it's enough, you know.
Is it?
All
I
right,
say
so,
it is. So, yeah.
all right, so Araza's like what, like right here underneath the bus, basically. Do you just want to try and scale this wall right here, and we can kind of just hold it for you so you can climb it and we can pull?
I don't know. I can come up.
You guys have 50-foot worth of rope. I mean,
Oh,
granted,
that's-
it's tied around your waists, some waists, so maybe you have like 40 feet.
Englishman.
Waists.
That is a weird word.
It's a super weird word.
It's not.
Road.
Road.
Limit. So yeah, I would say
7.
you have about 40 feet, which is still enough, so because it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to get to that ledge. So you've got rope for her to hang on the bottom, and you guys help pull her up if you
Like all the way to the top?
Mhm.
Oh. Cool. Never mind then. So,
yeah, right there.
works with me?
Top.
Alright.
It's not my turn though. It's Rufus's, right?
No, it's your turn.
It's anybody's
You're technically after us, but it doesn't really.
All right. At least there's plenty. Since there's plenty of rope, I'll at least attempt with. I mean, that's. Can I like? Not athletics.
What is?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
Yeah, what do
I want to use my dexterity.
You
to
can't
get up
animal
there.
handle your way up there, just so you
I
know.
mean, she could try.
Can I investigate?
I'm gonna
my
take
way
the
out?
bodies of the dead flying snakes and make a new rope and
I
use
mean-
their fangs as a hook.
Oh wow. Good thing you had advantage.
Yeah, you're good. You get up there because there are two people anchoring you.
I think that's the
Am
I all the
legit
way
first
up
time
with
I've seen a
them?
0 rolled.
Yeah.
Hey. I don't want to be by
Where?
this hole. Come on, roof.
Roof.
All right. So I'm gonna back up a good 5 feet, and I'm taking a running, like trying to climb as fast as I can up that one little section. Here we go.
Sweet. I like the running start. I'll give you advantage for that.
I don't think. Why is the button not going? Oh,
Hey,
wow.
it worked.
Hey, you make it.
Ah!
Dash up.
See, I got it. Here we go.
Here we go.
Whew.
Nice job, Rufus. Well done.
Thank you, sir. I told you I needed a running
All right.
start.
I believe in you. You definitely have room to do a little running start off of these little cliffs too.
I might just broad jump this next one.
All the way up here.
Yeah, all the way to the top. I got a movement of 25 feet. I can hit that. Ah! It's
Just
all of
gonna do
those
full
deep
body extent.
squats I've been doing.
Does everyone else hear the weird, like, coffee sound of the wind?
Yeah, it
Interesting.
sounds super copy.
You don't have to cover it up. It's fine.
I mean,
Which one is that? The
It-
older or the
it's-
younger?
It's the older. I feel really bad. I went in there.
yep, heard that.
All right, Tim, do you want to try and proceed?
Yeah, we'll try and go up to this next cliff here. Ooh.
Look at him. So good at everything.
Nice. All right, you get up there, and then we're just
I
gonna
am out of breath at this point.
You're such a good seaman, Admiral.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
It's just a nickname, but I appreciate the enthusiasm.
Mhm.
I have 3 HP, so it's okay.
So do I.
So, oh, jeez. All right, so
Why
Board,
did you do an athletics check?
He was doing it for
because
John.
Bort's not here.
Oh.
That's off of Bort's character sheet. So
He
Bort
does
makes
have
the climb
advantage,
as well.
right? Because he's got.
He's at advantage because
Yeah.
I'm up there.
He's got advantage because you're up there and you're using a rope, so
Yeah, I
he
need
gets
a
the
rope.
advantage. He's up here on this cliff with you.
Nice.
So with advantage, you just get to pick which one.
The higher
Alright.
one.
Yeah,
You
the
get
higher
the
one.
higher
Okay.
the
I mean, technically, I
Yeah,
guess you could pick whichever
Right.
one you want,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I don't know why you
With
wouldn't want the higher
disadvantage, you have
Pick the lower.
you get the lowest. Your turn.
Araz is going, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Welcome, Bort.
Oh, look
one.
at that.
Nice.
Nice.
So, Bort, we are up at this top ledge now. So
Flexing my muscles.
we
Ah,
done
cool.
we done did the good things and stuff.
All right. So everyone's up there, right? So I have a movement speed of 25. That means I can get to here, which is the next ledge, correct?
Yes.
All right.
Are you gonna use us as step ladders now?
Nope. No, I'm gonna try and broad jump over you. I literally squat down. You can't tell the difference because you guys are up high, but I'm so low to the ground. I am now 1.5 feet tall instead of 2.5 feet tall, and my glutes are activated, and we are going. Oh no!
You're going nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere.
No.
So, Tim, Bort, Araza, you guys hear this kind of noise, like somebody, like an animal trying to climb a very steep, like surface, whether that would be a tree or a cliff.
A tree?
And then, but don't see Rufus. Yeah, some trees
I don't know.
are straight, hard to climb. So yeah, you guys are pretty much you can basically leap up onto that ledge. If
I
you
mean,
want to.
I yelled down, Rufus?
Don't worry. I didn't
All right.
activate my glutes completely. Let me try that again. So tired. So tired.
I'm just gonna give it to you.
Oh, so tired. I
You
mean,
know, no.
that.
You get up
Oh
two.
my
You get up two
goodness.
squares. You
my
get two
thighs are
squares.
so burnt. My bird, they burn.
All right.
They burn
Or
so
you
bad.
look over the edge, and there's Rufus, and he's just clinging onto one of these holes that he can fit his hands in, and he's just like his muscles are just quivering, like all over.
So tired.
Need a hand.
Sure.
I reached down, and it
guys
does
are
look like our hands are touching.
It's creation of man painting.
Thanks, Bort.
So, yeah, and pull them up.
Awesome.
All right.
So we'll just take this last step up to this top and then probably get bombarded by something. And die. Roll
All
for
right. So you
initiative.
guys.
I'm gonna roll onto the top with a somersault, and I'm gonna be like crouching.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Why?
Because it looks better.
Does it?
Yes.
All right. So on the first step of the staircase cliffs, the wind roars over your body, blowing your cloaks and sweeping your hair in chaotic patterns. Those of you standing downwind of the yurk smell a delightful meal coming from the cozy home and hear a deep baritone voice, half singing, half shouting the words of some forgotten drinking song. As you get closer to the home, the door flies open, a blue-scaled dragonborn standing 7 feet tall with a great axe strapped across his back and a muscular frame wrapped in animal skins gives an ear-to-ear smile, showing off a fine set of bestial teeth. Sorry. Well, come on in then. That climb was draining, and the wind is cold.
You ain't just
I've got
whistling Dixie.
Of rabbit stew to share, and you've got good stories.
I mean, we got one story, I guess. So let's go.
So you guys enter this small little structure. There's this large hermit dragonborn, blue scales, and he is got this large pot of stew, and he starts pouring you guys bowls as you come in and sit down.
Okay. How you doing?
Are you Alcaeus Gavola?
Oh, you nailed it.
As far as I know.
Oh, we are students of the Master.
Oh, Miss
We were.
Failing herself. Were. Did the schooling not go well?
She's dead.
Well, if you could tell by that climb, you probably guess it didn't.
Sorry, that was good.
We failed rock climbing 101.
Yeah. And 102. That was harder.
Not we, you.
Well, whatever.
Uh.
I mean, we all didn't do great.
We were in the remedial class.
Ilaria is deceased.
Yeah, She passed just a few days ago. Sorry, I got a little mouse in my throat.
You see his expression change. You see this, what seemed to be a jovial spirit, hesitate for a moment. And then he pours himself a bowl and sits down on the floor, just covered in these like thick furs. That's what you guys are all sitting on. And he begins to slowly drink his soup quietly.
So I really love how you economize the space in this yurt. So
Yeah. What what did you say you had cooking again? Sorry.
Rabbit, right?
Rabbit.
Yeah.
And stew? I mean, we should all probably have a bowl in her honor.
Yes, please. And he had handed you guys a bowl. He was pouring you guys a bowl before, so please stay warm and eat. And probably the best thing that we can do at a time like this is tell a good story. Maybe one of you has a story about my old friend Ilaria. Something I haven't heard yet because I haven't seen her in a long time.
Bort, you have a good face for this. Go ahead and tell that story.
No, I was just thinking of that one story that you have with her that is so funny.
No.
Remember
No, it's
the
very
giant
tragic.
rats?
No.
The giant rats?
Rats?
Yeah.
So as you guys are talking about this, you see his expression change again, and the smile was starting to come back to his face. But as there seems to be a, dispute over who's going to tell a story, you see almost a look of concern come over his face.
I stand up and I clear space.
I leave the tent. I'm out.
It's a yurt.
A story you want. A story I do not tell. A story is an experience. And I began to perform almost like a, have you been to like those seen those poetry things where somebody's like really like.
Poetry slam?
Like a
Slam
slam
poetry?
poem.
Yeah. So think of that.
Is it
Something like that.
1995 again? What is going on?
You want drums? You want pan flute? You want bagpipes? What you want?
Pan flute.
Got it.
Drums.
Number two.
No, drums.
Drums number two.
Yeah.
Drums number two.
No, drums
You
number
want
one.
drum?
Number one.
Yeah, you never want number two. Not in a small yurt. Not a lot of room for that.
I think
Oh,
number one.
Are we doing our group rap? Where we
Come on
each
up,
go
boys.
around
I grab a
No.
few things out of my bag.
No.
and say a few lines.
I grab a few. Woo! I grab a few things out of my bag. I've got some disguises and stuff like that, and I toss like a scarf over to Bort, and I put some stuff on me and make myself look kind of like Ilaria. And I talk about how that time that we were stuck in the situation in the maze in her backyard, and we were arguing with each other, and nobody could decide which way to go. And she came bursting out of one of the hedges, and she pointed her old finger at us and told us what was what, and made us all feel like we were this small, and then just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. And we all felt really bad, and we felt like we're never going to live up to her expectations. And then we came together and we got through the maze, and then we had a great night celebrating with her.
You see, as you're doing this whole thing, real quick, can you just do a performance check just for funsies?
Oh yeah,
She should have
sorry.
advantage because of the drums.
Sure. Yes, crush it. So as soon as you start doing this and like you give the sash to Bort, and Bort immediately takes the role of like the master, and you're doing the whole thing, and his eyes light up, and his smile is back, and he is leaning forward into your story, and he buys into it completely, and he says, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the master for you." And I'm going to miss my friend so much, so very much, and I appreciate you guys visiting me, and I know why you're here. Um, but I do ask that could you tell me just one more story before I hand you the tiles?
Oh yeah, I'll perform all night, man.
All
Well,
right, boys.
sometimes
Let's
the
give her
best
some
stories
backup.
come from.
Do you want to do a sad story and play some bagpipes?
I'm gonna tell a story about the other side of the master
The other
that a lot of
side,
people don't know. The one where she is my relative
my relative,
and like a part of my family,
my
an
family,
extended family. which
very
is
extended,
Obviously not a tiefling.
not deeply.
Tiefling.
Tiefling, that's what I said.
And I talk about how the stories that we were told about her when I was a child and growing up and hearing about her, and then how meaningful it was to me when I met her
Oh, shut up.
and was finally able to put a face to all the stories that I heard.
Oh,
You're
shut
killing
up.
it, man. Thank you so much. And by killing it, I mean really killing it.
So you see,
Obviously, or not so obviously, may not be true. So I did a deception check.
what are you doing, Tim?
I'm playing the drums and I'm trying not to laugh.
I don't know why we're trying to lie to this guy.
All right. Well, I know what drum track to play to this one.
Thank goodness.
It's sad.
But you wouldn't want me to play drums to a sad story.
Oh, it's a sad story about how you're related to her?
Yeah, because she's dead.
Well, wouldn't they all have just a hint of sadness just because we know she's passed away? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
It's more sad for me though.
we like when the Dragonborn smiles. Okay, let's just put it that way. Yeah, we like when he smiles.
All right.
We don't want to die.
We're all.
So
we're
his
all
his
scary.
smile seems almost like it's plastered. It's not a very genuine smile, and he's a
Son
little
of a bitch.
he's a little confused by this story. And he said he kind of just looks at you and says, I don't remember ever hearing stories about her family like that. Interesting. Different. And you can tell that he just doesn't know enough about her 800 years of life to discredit it, but he also is just confused as to, like, wasn't really the story he was looking for.
I pulled some
And so at
cards
this-
out.
What?
And
Like tarot cards? Oh no, everyone froze on me. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I froze. Go ahead. Hello?
Okay.
All right, I lost Hob.
I'm here.
I lost Chris.
Yeah, it looks like we all lost him.
I'm gonna reconnect.
Because I can see Maddie moving.
Oh, well, there goes Chris.
Yeah, that's a full dismount. I need to get a be right back technical difficulty screen going on.
It's just you with a wrench.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can now.
Oh, you can hear him? Because I can't. Damn it. Hold on.
Yeah. Although something's wrong with Maddie's screen. She's not there.
I know. That's the best that chair has ever looked.
Oh no.
I said the chair. It's the best the chair's ever looked.
All right, so I don't know what you guys all heard.
Where did we end up? Oh, after I said when I asked what kind of card she was pulling out, and I didn't hear anything after that.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know where she went, but so he puts up his hand and he says, no need for anything else. Hold on one moment. And he turns and he goes over to this little stash and he starts shuffling through it and he goes, he says, I'm pretty sure I put them in here. Oh, here they are. And he pulls out 3 more tiles and he hands them to you. He's like, but please stay, rest, heal up a moment. The stew will make you feel better, I'm sure. And then if you guys want, I've got a nail you can use to help you get down.
Oh, thank you.
Pit tool.
Yes, much appreciated.
A nail?
Yeah, I mean it's
Tiny
whatever
nail?
No, one of the big ones, A
Steak?
pitton.
A pitten.
Oh.
It's a
Steak.
pitten. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good at words. So now's a good time to you guys to use hit die. If you're not aware what that is, basically it lets you heal up during short rests. So you just hit the hit die on your thing, and it goes down 1, and you gain those hit points.
Cool. At 78. 8.
All right. Awesome. Woo!
You have the next set of tiles.
Cool. I have all my bardic
Do-do-do-do.
inspiration back. Is this a
Yes.
short
It's a
rest?
short rest.
So that we get spell slots back, right?
Yeah. Should.
No,
All of them.
you do not.
I got every spell slot I used up.
Yeah, I have no spell slots then. That sucks.
You don't get spell slots back until the
Long
next day, a long rest, yeah. Which is basically sleeping overnight.
All right.
So-
So I think now that Araza, has fallen asleep, we'll tell him all the real stories.
I think she was. I thought she was checking on. I think she's checking on the kids. So,
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry, I wasn't muted.
No, you're fine. Were you checking on the little ones?
The little one was talking in their sleep, and then I got stuck.
If you want to heal up, now's the chance.
Yeah, you can use your
Wait,
hit dice.
are we still in there with him?
Yes.
Okay.
And he gave you guys the tiles. He cut you off from doing any card tricks and said he was
Yeah,
good.
that's fine. I did want to ask him
Yeah.
why he never leaves the cliffs.
So
Oh,
ask him.
So why don't you ever leave?
Nailed it.
Oh, why I leave? I have ventured many times before, but here I like the sound. It's comforting, and I like a good story every now and then, but most of the time I like being alone.
Well,
Then he gives you a big smile.
I
Seems
bow to
legit.
him. and then leave.
No.
Brilliant.
I finished my soup and anyone else who didn't finish their stew.
Oh, I totally finished mine. I got seconds.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rozzy, you can use a hit die on your character sheet. Just hit the hit die link, and you'll roll one and gain hit points during the short rest.
So, Chris, the reason why I thought I got him back because my other character is a Warlock. Warlock gets their spell slots back on short rest in 5e.
All of them?
Warlock, yeah. All of them.
They get all their spell slots back?
Yep.
Wow.
Only Warlocks. Everything else is short or a long rest.
We gotta
Where is
stop playing.
hit die on here?
Right underneath.
Right, right in the middle, actually. Right underneath, like
we
armor
see-
class,
Oh.
initiative, speed.
Yeah,
Found it. Sorry. Thank you.
no, it's fine.
So I gained that.
Yes.
Yeah. And you can use multiple hit die, but you only have so many in a day.
And usually at level
says
one,
I
you
have
only
one.
have level one. You usually only have one.
Yeah, you only have
Right.
Oh.
So I just used it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you get those back at the end of long rests.
Yep.
But at the end of long rest, you get all your health back anyway.
Okay.
So you are
Cool.
2/3. You have 2/3 of the tiles.
Sweet.
Um.
So we only have one. We only have one place left to go, guys, and that's we gotta go see one of our old pupils,
Yeah.
Helene Ardoon.
In the jungle forest,
Yeah, sounds great.
but it's a
I want-
ghost. So
I want to ask this guy if he. Hey, do you know anything about Helene Ardoon
Well,
or the Dolor
I've
Forest?
heard a story about her before from the master. Surely she's told you the story.
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
Can you remind me?
She haunts the
And actually,
Dolor
she-
Forest.
Yeah, actually, she has told you the story
okay.
of her. She was one of her pupils who stayed after her training, and she was very dedicated, so dedicated to the master that even though she died, she still kind of lingered. So the master buried her in the woods, and her spirit still hangs out there. And the master you would visit her occasionally.
Dolor
So.
Forest.
What?
Dolor.
Yep,
War
Dolor
means
Forest.
pain. I feel like we're in for some pain. Forest pain.
Forest pain.
Alrighty.
All right.
Well, Dolor is pain in Spanish.
Dollar.
Not
So,
spelled that way, but... All right.
Is there
Guys
any
heading
need for us
there?
to rest here for the night? Like, I don't know on the time frame wise. Like, would he be willing to let us rest here? Is there a need for that? Has it only been 15 minutes in this quest? Like, I'm trying to figure out the time frame. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
time
I
of
would-
day is it currently?
So you're probably getting to mid-afternoon, maybe towards the late afternoon. Like
And how far away is the Dolor
2-ish.
Forest?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only about 2.5 miles, something like that.
Okay.
It's almost the same. You guys are going in like a pretty good circle here. So
Now, what
actually it's
is-
5 miles away.
Oh, that's not too far. Now, what is like left and right of where the yurt is? Like off here to the left and off here to the right. Can we see anything down that way?
It's just more cliffs.
Just cliffs and
The-
stuff.
Just lots of cliffs. North of here is really high mountains that are covered in ice and snow,
Cool.
and lots of cold wind.
I say we push. Let's go.
I'm down. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
She said to do it in haste. So
Yeah.
Do we have anything that we can take food with us from him if he's offering?
Does he have a nice
Like
thermos?
any
Any
rations?
Tupperware?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you,
and
have do you have a doggy bag?
I'm
And-
working on this new invention. It's just indestructible. And if you buy a whole set today,
Woo!
I've cut code now.
$19.99.
that's not all.
You just went super robot-y for me. That
Yeah,
was
you
kinda
can't move with that
terrifying.
headset on too much, dude. You freaking crackle like crazy.
That's not the headset. That's my browser's like
No,
it's my computer.
that actually sounds like it's a connection thing.
Yeah, that definitely sounded like a connection.
Oh,
thing.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure
Normally
it's
the
on all
robot
way.
thing is my connection.
No, this was a staticky robot, not like a robot.
Yeah, come on. Know your robots.
What? What?
The fact that you can't tell the difference is disappointing.
That
Okay.
was not what
Was
it
a
sounded
robot?
like.
Okay.
Let's climb, boys. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's head on back
Alright, so
down
you
the
guys-
cliff.
Easily can scale down the cliff with the help of the piton and rope that is his. That once you reach the bottom, he does pull the rope back up and enter back into his little home.
I yell up to him and I thank him for his hospitality.
He
I
does
hope to
not
see
hear
him.
because of the wind.
I tell Bort to do to the whisper thing.
I tell him I'm going to do it, but then I don't do it.
That's not the count. Roll a deception for it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not the DM. I can't do that.
I tell Barnaby all about the delicious meal that we had and how good it was.
Oh my god. You're so awful to that poor man. I give him the Tupperware.
I just assumed that Barnaby
There's
was
no-
going to cook his own, like, the goose that you hit, and he was going to
Yeah.
cook that thing and just eat it.
It's just
Do you
a
guys
flying
forget that I have
snake on a
spider leg?
kebab.
No one's eating spider leg. Nope.
I still have spider leg
I'm
meat.
not letting anyone eat
Great.
that spider leg of me. It's not happening.
I'll put it in a stew and you won't even know.
Oh. Note to self:
So guys,
don't eat Araz's cooking, even if it has a fine wine.
there is a obviously in the memory it kind of tells you guys what you're supposed to be doing if you revisit that, which you should
Yeah.
be able to
Yeah.
see.
We're
Yeah,
looking for
we have to go to
cargo.
Dolar Forest, find her grave. It should be the
Dig it
path
up.
is marked by carving initials into the trees. Let's go.
Going into a haunted forest at sundown seems like a perfectly reasonable idea.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
we should
not?
split up.
look. It doesn't say adventure
Okay,
in
Scoobs.
front of my name for no reason. All right.
Should also say I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some firewood.
Alrighty. So 5 miles later, you guys venture into to the woods.
Oh, Into the Woods. That was a really good play. Sorry.
Into the woods we
Can
go
we,
again.
it's a musical. Can we?
There are giants in the sky.
I just want to point out that we had like some really good conversation in that 5 miles, and I feel much closer to all of you.
Okay.
I'm just saying, it was good talk.
I've been mostly hanging out with Barnaby. I was just saying.
I've been fine-tuning my bagpipe
I'm sure you have. I'm
You know-
sure you have.
and talking with Araza
Thank you.
about
God.
bagpipes.
That's great. I'm really happy to learn more about your bagpipes.
For the last mile or so, I have Barnaby carry me.
Nice.
We're gonna have to roll up a character sheet for him and have him do strength checks.
Oh, he's been
He's
carrying him
Alfred
forever.
Pennyworth. He
Yeah.
has infinite strength.
Barnaby does not need a strength check. You check yourself, okay?
Oh,
Before
shit.
Alright,
you wreck
so-
yourself, Chris.
Alright, so you guys reach the woods. The ancient and twisted pines grow so thick within the Dolar forest that sunlight and moonlight barely penetrate. It is as if you have entered another world. You hear your head feels lighter and you're almost groggy as you make your way through the dark groves. Your packs feel heavier. Despair is nipping at your soul. and you guys are coming, and there's a path at first, and then the path kind of fades as the trees get thicker, and you are following these little mark carvings that are in the tree that say EF.
That's it.
And
That's what we're gonna
at
follow.
this point,
Nice job, Rufus.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like someone guided me right to it.
so now let's say let's kind of approach this different. This is similar to the cliffs, and you guys are gonna find the grave and follow the clues, but it's a little bit different in that you probably should follow somebody. So who's the best at survival out of your team?
Barnaby.
He's
I'll go.
not wrong.
I'll go first. I'll go
Not
first.
wrong.
Well, no. Who has like the highest survival skill?
I have 1.
No, I'm serious. I have a +3, so
Okay.
I'm assuming that's probably the best.
That's probably the best. All right, so let's do a survival check for me as you are trying to navigate through the woods here and find these.
That's a 19,
Awesome.
sir.
Nice.
That is real good.
I'm so surviving so hard.
You're a survivor.
Yeah, I have Destiny's Child backing me up.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Start playing it on the pan flute. Mhm.
Yeah, we're
So you
going
guys
in
are-
this forest as loud as possible.
Oh, I would break out the drums and the bagpipe for that.
Oh gosh, we'll do the loud ones too.
Are your drums like connected between your knees and you just clock them together like you're a one-man band?
We can do that.
All right, good. Thank goodness.
Killed?
I think it's
All
supposed to say
right, so-
chilled.
Child.
I know it's supposed to say child.
Dead.
By the way, there was literally no coughing today until bedtime, and then the coughing started. So
She probably is breathing deeper and sucking down mucus. Not that that's disgusting or
Probably.
anything, but that's probably what's happening.
okay. So as you're following the path of the markings, it takes you to a river.
It's not the
And
path of
find
least
that you-
resistance. Can we go down that path?
No,
Damn it.
nope.
It's never
No
that
way.
path.
So so you notice that it takes you to the river. So she obviously used this river as a way to travel through the woods to where she was going. The forest is eerily quiet, save the babbling of the brook with its dark water. A bone-chilling howl pierces the night in the chilly forest. Well, not night, but it feels like night in the forest because of the lack of light. Another immediately follows it, then a third. Behind you, 3 wolves rush forward along the brook's muddy bank, their yellow eyes gleaming with hunger. Their foaming mouths are determined to make this a swift kill. And then I take you to a black screen where you can't see nothing.
No, we can
No, we
see.
can see it.
No, we can
Oh, you
see.
can?
You
Yeah.
can see the entire thing.
All right. Good. I tried to make it. Oh, this is not the marching order, because they're supposed to come from behind you. So I'm just gonna rotate you guys that way.
Cool.
All right, fair enough.
And we will.
You're getting all staticky again.
Yeah, that's definitely a connection.
But I haven't moved. Is it still that way?
Sounds good
Yep.
now.
No, it
Nope.
doesn't. I can
Alright.
hear it.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I can totally hear it too.
Amazingly, that worked.
I believe it. All right, let's roll for
Better.
initiative. Oh, make sure to click on your character before you roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Ah,
Let's do that. Oh! Get effed.
Ooh. Oh snap! We
Yeah,
were
wolf
ready for
this.
this fight.
Yeah,
Once
wolf
these
this.
wolves.
Oh, 10.15! Oh no!
I don't know why he's doing that.
10 and not 10 and more than 1/8, but not quite a third
Yeah,
or quarter.
that's a lot of numbered things. I'm literally writing Wolfpack fight as a note. Let's go.
So, Kevin Nash,
Scott Hall.
Scott Hall,
And I'm thinking
Yeah.
the last one might be
and
Luger.
Sting.
No, go with Luger. Sting
Well, if we're
was-
going with the Wolfpack,
Oh wait, Luger
could
wasn't
be
in there.
Luger.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wait.
Luger. Yeah, that's right. Luger was there. Nerd. Oh, 17 for Araza. Har, har, har.
Alrighty.
I'm a survivor.
All right, Rufus, you are up.
Yeah, we could actually. Luger was in Wolfpack, by the way. No.
So
Or
we're going.
just so you know, they're talking about wrestling.
Yep.
I will say this. I will say this, guys. Anywhere where you see the brown texture
Yep.
on the
Mud,
near the
dirt.
bank is rough terrain.
Is
is
it?
mud?
Wait, we're fighting
It's like-
wolves. Are you sure it's not rough terrain?
Oh my
Whoa.
god.
Yeah, get the dad
No.
joke in. There we go.
I
Shout out
quit.
to you, nieces and nephews out
Done.
there. Creepy
Quit.
Uncle Ray strikes again.
Done.
All right, so I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, so I can get to here without getting in the mud. Can you double move in this?
Yes, it's called a dash.
All right, so 1, 2. All right, I'm just gonna move here and see and shut this guy, and that's my whole turn. So, and I am shielded up, short sword out, and ready to attack Kevin Nash, the biggest of the wolf pack.
Go for his
Admiral
knees.
Tim.
Nash,
Um,
Hall, Luger. Okay, I wrote him down.
Luger's gonna attack you, but he's not gonna be very charismatic about it.
No, it's gonna, and it won't be stiff either. That would be sad. It'll be weak little piddly shots.
So Scott Hall
day
over
down.
here.
Yeah, Scott Hall's on
All
the other
day.
side. Yeah, he's drunk on the other side of the river. He's not sure what's going on.
So I kind of
Oof.
yell. I'll do my vicious mockery. I'll yell at him. DC save a 13.
You're a DC save of 13.
It is wisdom saving.
Yeah. Post it, and I'll see if I can do it. Wisdom. Ooh, he saves 20.
No,
Sticks and stones.
that's the only way to beat the Wolfpack is with sticks and stones. Not you can't play mind games on those guys. They're too
Yeah.
smart for
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, they
it's
run.
gonna be a hardcore match.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I'm
They
expecting.
have high self-esteem.
Yeah, I'm expecting run-ins at any point.
Araza, what do you guys think she would do?
She'd probably
Shoot her
move
bow?
up. She'd probably bow from there. She probably wouldn't
She-
even move.
No, she'd do some kind of somersault.
She'd barrel roll to over from here to this
Do a
tree,
barrel roll.
and then she would double shoot her arrow wildly. Wow. Okay, so she does a barrel roll right over.
So okay, so we can all agree after seeing that roll, she can't roll for shit. Okay, let's
Yeah.
just put it out there. She's clearly the weight that's holding
Yeah.
this group back
The best stunt she does is when she's not playing.
when she's not talking. And
Yes.
Into the water or into where I put her?
Hang on, let's find out. No, where you left her.
Okay. And then short bow.
yeah, short bow it up. Oh, all right. So
That's
Araza
short.
has officially been cut from the team.
Oh,
That's
that was
I
a
use the short sword.
Oh, but still,
either way, 17 that might hit.
that's definitely hitting. Come on.
And she would do the first one, the closest one, right?
Yeah, she would definitely aim at the one that I was probably near. That'd be
Alright.
Nash, by the way. He's been
That's
named.
a hit on Nash, and he looks bad.
Okay.
He's
His
Boyd,
knee,
you're
he's
up.
weak in the knees.
I'm so weak in the knees. Okay. Let's go.
Okay, so I move forward a little, and I'm going to attack that wolf with a firebolt. Same wolf. That guy.
Okay.
So I stick my wand out, close my eyes, and 15.
that is a hit,
All right.
and the fireball is enough to send that wolf down. It does not move. The other wolves howl.
Oh.
All right, Nash is down.
Kevin Nash is dead.
Long live Hall and Luger.
So Araza, just so you know, Rufus ran into position. Admiral tried to insult the wolves.
What wolves?
Mentally.
Sorry, I didn't even know there were wolves.
The
Oh,
wolf
sorry,
pack
you guys.
came up behind us.
A wolf
Yes.
pack came up behind you guys as you were successfully surviving through the woods following the thing. So
Okay.
there's some wolves behind you. You did a sideways somersault, then shot your bow as soon as you landed and tagged the first wolf, and then Boyd
Amazingly
followed up
hit
with
it.
fireball.
Yeah, you did a good job.
For once.
Some of your best rolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by far. Yeah, by far.
Rufus,
And
calm down.
now is the wolf's turn.
Yes, because
So, let's see.
they had initiative 10.15, so it's clearly their turn.
Well, watch out for Scott Call. He probably has a taser on him.
Oh, Luger's coming up from the rear. He's gonna put me in the torture rack. I am nervous. I don't know how he's gonna use his thumbs.
Whole wrestling thing that I cannot endorse at all.
Well, they're
Too late.
are they black wolves?
Whoa,
Just
we
wolf.
do not need to go there.
No, because the wolf pack's colors were black and red.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And NWO is black and white. You know.
So they actually switched
Oh.
it to red. But when we destroy
Alright.
these, then they're gushing blood.
Okay, so the first wolf makes an attack of 22.
That'll hit.
Where's the-
Good. Yeah.
You take 10 piercing, and then
Wow.
I need you to make a DC check of 11. Strength check, DC check.
Strength check. Okay. 24.
Oh, he
I
he
flexed
passed.
on Lex Luger. I flexed on Luger. Ah!
So you get the feeling that this wolf, when it bit at you, was also trying to
Grab
push
me?
you over, and you're
Oh.
able to shake it off.
Okay.
So then the other wolf shows up, and he's gonna take a bite on you, and he has advantage because there's another wolf nearby. So that's gonna be a 15 versus AC.
That misses.
Okay. And then yes, that's a miss. So the other thing doesn't happen, and that is the wolf's turn. You're
Alright.
up, Rufus.
At this point, I go into full rage mode because this thing chomped on me, and I'm very upset by it. And I'm gonna. Which one is the one that actually hit me?
This
Luger.
guy.
All right, that's Luger. Okay, Luger's getting a short sword to the abdomen. That's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, he is getting a short sword to the abdomen.
That is a hit.
9 damage.
Ooh, he looks hurt.
Well, I would hope so. He just got a short sword to the gut. I think that's gonna be my turn. Well, actually, yeah, I can disengage. I think can I disengage, Hob?
No, disengage is an action.
Is
to
an
do
action.
it.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it. All right, I wasn't sure if it was a movement or action. All right, that'll end my turn. You guys get Luger and Hall off me. They're savages.
Admiral Tim, you're up.
So I bring out my sling and I aim it. Well, I'll kind of move over here so I have a shader shot, aiming at Scott Hall down here.
Your allies don't impede your line of sight.
Oh, they are shorter than me, so that makes sense.
Son of a
No,
bitch.
it's just 5e.
I'm just being a dick.
I'll show. I won't. Never mind.
Telling Diana. So I take aim with my sling and I yell, "Hey, stupid wolf!" And I probably hit Rufus in the back of the head.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
No, you actually do hit the wolf.
Nice.
With a 12, and
Right in the eye hole.
right in the eye hole, and it dies. It falls over.
It hits him in the eye hole, and it's his die hole. Who knew?
I shot at the
Yeah.
other one.
He shot at the other one. He said he shot at that one.
Oh, that one's not dead. I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, that's
Never
Scott Hall.
mind.
He's the drunk one. I'm kind of trying to get his attention to bring him over here, so Rufus isn't double teamed. Again,
Oh, I see.
except he was triple teamed last time. That's unimportant.
Alrighty, Araza. Sorry, you're up.
Yeah, I was muted. I'm
I
going
don't know your character's name.
We know.
What?
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 Wait, something just happened.
What was it? What was the thing that just happened?
All right, so I'm gonna short bow. I don't know which one's which.
All right,
The
so
one on the left is
This-
the weaker one. That's Lex
that's
Luger.
Luger. He's hurt, and this is Hall. He's mildly hurt.
All right, I'm gonna short bow Luger, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I should be able to use sneak attack.
Yeah, you should be. able
Because
to
I'm
use
there,
sneak
right?
attack,
Yeah.
Yep.
hmm
So how do I? Sorry, how do I do that? Do I just?
So if you hit, then you get to click on the sneak. You hit the sneak attack button.
I am, and it's not working. Oh, there it goes.
It's not
Well, no, that's
working?
just saying what it is.
Just roll a
Oh,
1d6.
Yeah, roll 1d6.
Thanks. And I might have to go
We're
again.
about done.
I mean, he's dead. He's dead.
He is dead.
If my
just did
3
10 damage.
bludgeoning damage would have killed him, he's dead.
Huh?
If my 3 bludgeoning damage would have killed the Lex Express.
All right, so Hall is left.
Okay, well, stick out my wand and go expecto patronum and shoot a
Oh,
fireball.
we're gonna get sued so bad. Hob, as he's doing that, I kind of put my shield behind my own head just to make sure it doesn't hit.
You hear it coming, you're like,
It's a 19.
Nice.
3 damage. He's still up,
Still up.
but is damaged.
Yep. So it's his turn, right? Ugh.
Yep. He will, of course. He'll
Holds
attack
out
you.
his taser.
14 versus AC.
Oh, it misses. Jeez.
Alrighty, it is your turn, Rufus.
All right, I'm just gonna turn and swing as hard as I can. 12 with 8 damage. I think that should kill it.
12 hits. Yep.
It's
and
weird.
It does do it.
As the outsiders, we came in and beat the outsiders. Oh shit.
It's deep. Is it?
Hob doesn't get that joke.
I don't. I'm
I
sure
wasn't
it's a
paying
wrestling.
attention. But
I said, as the outsiders, we came in and beat the outsiders.
Oh, yeah. The Outsiders plus Lex Luger.
Yeah, well, they're a vicious Wolfpack team. So,
They were the 3 best friends that.
best friends forever. Best friends forever. Ring. Hob, I don't mean to be that guy, but what was the XP from the flying snake fight that we never got?
Yeah. Yeah.
31.
31. Okay.
There's experience.
And Wolfpack fight?
Was what happened to my thing? It closed, guys. It closed.
So we don't get any? Damn it.
I never put it down for the spider either.
Spider was 106.
6.
Let me do the math again.
106 plus 31 would be
137.
Well, plus 50 from the first day.
How do I not have any of my XP on here?
I don't know. I
And
made
then
sure I wrote it all down.
Another 37.
37?
Right.
Okay.
So 174 plus another 50. So 224.
Because we got 50 from episode 1.
The rats.
Yep, the rat.
106 from the spider.
Episode 0.
The prequel.
Right. Episode
Um,
0.
so yeah, so then 31 and then another 37.
Yep.
So
How much did I say
220.
for the spider?
106.
106. So 224.
224.
Okay.
Total. Was it 1,000 you guys level up?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
All right, and I
where-
think that if you're okay with it, I know it's a little early for the stream to end, but now it's kind of a really good stop.
300.
300 for the first experience level, right? Yeah.
300, 900, 2700.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys. So, as you heard, the boss, we're having some child issues. Just keeping them healthy, basically. All right. So, what we're gonna do? We're gonna switch over to here, and we're gonna just tell you guys. Yes, Mega, you're late because we are actually wrapping it up. So, we are finishing up right now. And so if you guys could, we will be playing again in 2 weeks. Did I clear that with you guys? 2 weeks from now?
We didn't discuss it.
Do you want to just throw that out there right now? You can listen in, everybody. So that'll be the 29th of January.
Really good.
Sounds good.
All right.
Should be good.
So there you guys go. The 29th of January, we'll be playing our next game. That'll be episode 4 of the Master's Vault. We are going to be active in social media. If you want, you can follow our whole group at Charisma EIA on Twitter. You can follow us individually if you want. Our GM is Hobegger. It's at Hobegger, Hobbegger. We have Mad Eye Maddie. That's Araza. And then we have Mr. Stephen Wrights, that is Bort and Barnaby. We have OMG, a polar bear, that is Admiral Tim. And myself, I am Creepy Uncle Ray. And you can also find me at twitch.tv/CreepyUncleRay77 for interesting and terrible gameplay. As far
Very
as,
good at Hearthstone.
Yeah, don't even start. Okay, so as far as everything else goes, guys, we here at Charisma Explains It All appreciate you all coming out, and I hope you have a very charismatic night. Good night.